Hello guys, I'm Foxy. There are many things that a Township tale doesn't explain to the player. Today I'm going to tell you the most important things I wish I knew before starting. I edit chapters so you can jump to the one that you are interested in. This video will not cover things explained in the tutorial, so be sure to complete it. Let's start! Don't leave the mess. One of the most important things to know: don't leave the mess. The more things there are on the ground around the server, the more lags it causes. For example, don't leave molds laying around on the floor at the blacksmith. Put them on the racks. Everything should be put in orbs or on shelves. Even too many fruit trees or vegetables in one place will cause lagging. Scooping. This game is mostly about gathering things. There is no need to grab them one by one. You can scoop items. Make a pouch and scoop like this. Although this doesn't work on grass and arrows stuck in the ground, for example. You need to pull them out first. Holding items. How to hold an item for a long time and don't suffer? While holding an item, double tap the trigger button to lock it. It helps a lot when you are chopping trees, mining ore, crafting things, chiseling, or fighting, for example. If that button doesn't work on your controller, try different ones. Keeping your items. Where can you keep your personal items? In orbs on the belt, in the backpack, and in the lockbox. 2 orbs in the middle of your belt are for small items like ingredients, for example. The ones on the sides for small and medium items like tools and weapons. As for the backpack and lockbox, you can put any item there. If you put your things anywhere else in the town, be ready for them to be gone. Hunger. What happens if your hunger bar drops to 0? You die slowly and painfully. Unless you eat, of course. Slowly and painfully.
Later.
Slowly and painfully.
Much later.
Slowly and painfully. Best basic food. What is the best basic food? In my opinion, it is chicken and pumpkin. They provide best nutrition fullness ratio. It is more efficient to cut them in pieces first. Don't eat them raw, roast first. Cooking food. How can you cook your food? You need to place raw food close to the source of fire. Campfire, smithy torch, lantern, or flashlight. There are some shortcuts to make the whole process easier and faster. You can also try roasting by a usual torch or forge, but they are too hot and make cooking problematic. Then there is a more advanced type of cooking, stewing, that requires a cauldron. Making a campfire. How to make a campfire? Take a piece of dry grass and put it anywhere on the ground. Then add a few log wedges, sticks, or coal. Make fire with flints. Done! If you need to put out a campfire, just take the grass and put it in an orb. Don't forget to eat. How not to forget to eat? As a new player, the necessity to eat from time to time may escape your attention and you can end up being slower, weaker, or dead. I never played games before where you need to eat. I was a little bit scared that it would be too difficult to always watch the bars. To avoid this, put your food in your belt orbs. Also, it's easier to access it this way. You don't need to take off your backpack too often. If your hunger bar will drop low, you will hear a specific sound from your stomach. Life after death. What happens if your health drops to 0? You die and teleport to the respawn place in the town. It depends on the server settings if you lose your things on the death point or not. First, tools. What tools to make first? Must-haves are a pickaxe for mining, an axe for chopping trees, and a hammer for crafting. You can always use primitive tools, but better make proper ones. They will make your life easier. To make a tool's handle, go to the carpenter's house, and to make the tool's head, go to the smithy. Carpenter's house recipes. How to understand the recipes at the carpenter's house? One thing means 6 log wedges. So 2 of them, 12. 3, 18. Crafting house recipes. How to understand the recipes at the crafting house. 1 usual line, 1 piece. 1 spiky line, 10 pieces. For example, to make a usual backpack we need 2 leather rolls, 7 leather strips, and 11 metal buckles. Turning pages. How do you turn pages? Hold the book with one hand and turn pages with another, like in real life. Grab a page and turn. Or use the thumbstick, the same one you use for running. Using a recipe. How to put a recipe in the page holder. Tear it off, hold it, walk to the page holder and put it there. You must hear sound. If you put the page anywhere else, it will burn and you will have to go to the book for another one. Summoning a recipe book. Where to find the recipe book? If you don't see it anywhere, light a candle and the book will appear. Where to chop trees. Where to cut trees for crafting, dust bowl, small forest, big forest, and on the way there. Forests are dangerous, especially for newcomers, so it's better for you to go to the dust bowl. There are only oak trees there, but that's completely fine for the start. Oak is the easiest wood to work with. Also, the dust bowl is the closest place to the town. The only danger there in the daytime is worms. In the nighttime, you may meet a phantom there, so watch out.
Ah! There's phantom here!
When you enter the dust bowl, just ignore the worms and go straight ahead. This is a place where you find a chest and no worms. Now it is safe to chop your first piece. Where to mine copper? Where to get your first copper ore for smithing tools and weapon heads? You can go to the mines or better to the quarry, it's not that scary. Let me show you the way. There is always copper and also coal. And Tyrobodes too, you will have to fight them. Proper swings. For any activity such as chopping trees, mining ore or chiseling, it is better to take large swings, not hysterical small ones. It's more efficient. Easy iron. A great tip I've just recently learned. To get iron ingots, you can break a bucket. Use a weapon or tool, and you will get 2 ingots plus 3 oak log wedges. How to use a lantern. How to use a lantern? You find them often in the chests, but there is no instruction with it. Prepare sticks, log wedges, or coal. Coal is the best, it lasts longer. Put fuel in the hole, take 2 flints and make fire. The lantern is going to burn until there is nothing left. You can put it on your hip. To put out the fire when it's daylight, just put it in the backpack. How to open a flask with one hand. You found a teleportation potion or cooked a stew. How do you open a flask with one hand? Shake it until the cork pops out. One more tip here. Don't shake 2 flasks at once, they may break. Why do you run slowly? Why do you run slowly? There are 3 reasons why you may have that problem. Firstly, you have a heavy backpack. The more things you carry, the slower you are. Secondly, there are lags on the server. And thirdly, you accidentally pressed walk instead of run. This is what I got troubles with in the beginning. There are settings in the main menu where you can change that. Items disassembly. Can you disassemble items? Yes. For deconstructing tools, weapons and alike, you need to fix them in the deconstructor and use a chisel and a hammer. The deconstructor can be found at the smithy or on the 2nd floor at the carpentry workshop. For deconstructing backpacks, lanterns or everything else that can be crafted in the crafting house, you need to put them on the assembly deck and also use a hammer and a chisel. Useful info sources. To get info about anything in this game, go to the Funnel Wiki or Discord. I'll leave the links below. On Wiki, you are going to find tons of information about any aspect of the game, and in the Discord, you can share your thoughts, ask questions, and more. For example, if you want to make your own server and customize it, there is another special Discord channel for help. That's all I wanted to tell you today. If the video was helpful, please press like and subscribe. You can find more videos about the Township tale on my channel. Anything to add or ask, welcome to the comments. Thank you for watching. Bye!